Hello, friends. I'm Miss Sarah, and this is the next Sharpsburg story stream. Whether you're a friend who normally comes to the library for story time or someone who discovered us via our online content, I know we're going to have a lot of fun together today. Since I don't know which of my friends at home are watching, our hello song will not include anyone's name. It's to the same tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. For the first verse, let's clap our hands. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. Let's stomp our feet. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. Let's wave our arms. If you want to read a book, wave your arms. If you want to read a book, wave your arms. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, wave your arms. Let's find our chair. If you want to read a book, find your chair. If you want to read a book, find your chair. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, find your chair. I hope everyone's doing well today. Our story today is about a pet. Do you have a pet at home? What kind of pet do you have? Maybe you have a dog or a cat, or maybe you have fish or a hamster. The girl in today's story doesn't have any of those pets. She has a pet tortoise. I wonder what it's like having a pet tortoise. Would you like to have one? Let's read today's story and see what happened to the girl and her pet tortoise. Our story is called Truman. It is words by Jean Reedy and pictures by Lucy Ruth Cummins. It's read with permission of Simon and Shuster. Truman was small, the size of a donut, a small donut, and every bit as sweet. He lived with his Sarah, high above honking taxis and growling trash trucks and shrieking cars and the number 11 bus, which traveled south. Does Truman live in a city or a small town? What do you think? With the taxis and the bus and the trash truck. I think you're right. He lives in the city. Let's see what happens. Truman never honked or growled or shrieked at anything or anybody. He was peaceful and pensive, just like his Sarah. One day, Sarah ate a big banana with her breakfast, clipped a blue bow in her hair, and buttoned up a brand new sweater. She strapped on a backpack so big, 32 small tortoises could ride along in it, but 0 tortoises did. Where do you think Sarah's going with her big backpack? Maybe she's going to school? That's a good guess. Let's see. Sarah placed 7 green beans in Truman's dish. 2 more than usual. She kissed her finger and touched it to his shell and whispered, "Be brave." Then she left. Not to worry. She'd left before, and she'd always returned. But this time, that backpack was particularly big, and Sarah looked particularly pensive. And that banana, and that bow, and let's not forget about those extra beans. Do you think Truman's happy about Sarah going wherever she went? he might be a little worried. He's thinking about all the things she took with her and the extra beans that she gave to him. And what do you notice on his face? Yeah, he's frowning. He's kind of thoughtful. Let's see what's going on. That's when Truman saw something he had never seen before. Sarah boarding the number 11 bus, going south. The bus roared away. Truman waited for Sarah to return. He waited and waited. He waited 1,000 hours, tortoise hours, that is, until he could wait no longer. He would go after his Sarah. He would catch the number 11 bus south. Even amid the honking and the growling and the shrieking, even if it seemed impossible. Bonk! That's when he noticed the rocks. 3 rocks that had always been there. What do you think Truman can do with those 3 rocks? I wonder. Ordinary rocks that now seemed extraordinary. 1, 2, 3, he climbed out of his tank. And the arm of the couch and the pillow propped just right, and that tall, tall boot and the rug, that glorious, endless rug. Without Sarah, their home seemed vast and uncharted and unsettling. I wonder, what do you think Truman will do now that he's out of his tank? Maybe he'll explore the house? Let's see. It was truly unsettling. But perhaps most unsettling was that Truman could no longer see the taxis or the trash trucks or the cars or the number 11 bus. Which way was south anyway? Now the sun hung low like Truman's head and heart. Just then, do you notice anything? There's a flower on the carpet. I wonder what that means. And then, vroom, scratch, whoosh, up floors and under doors, Truman heard it. A bus. It was time. Time to catch the number 11 south. Amid the honking and the growling and the shrieking, yet standing there in that ray of light, Truman felt peaceful and pensive and brave. Is he going to take the bus by himself to find Sarah? Let's see. Just as he was about to slip under the door through that opening barely the size of a small tortoise, the door opened. Sarah! She spotted him, shining like the sun. Truman! She cried. She scooped him up and said things like, oh my goodness, and you, and how did you ever, and amazing! Was Sarah surprised to see Truman out of his tank? It sounds like it. Sarah kissed her finger and touched it to his shell and tucked him back safely in his tank, where he was peaceful and pensive and proud. And later, just before bedtime, she read him a story. Now Truman knew that one day soon he and his Sarah might travel south to see new sights and hear new sounds and think new thoughts. Where are they going? To to school. Oh, the board says show and tell. So Sarah might get to take Truman with her. So they get to see new sights and hear new sounds and think new thoughts together. The end. It seems like having a tortoise could be a pretty fun pet to have. Today's song is going to be about the different kinds of pets that you or your friends or your other family members or classmates might have. So for each verse, we're going to sing about a different pet and the sound that it makes. So the first verse, we're going to sing about a dog. So every verse, we're going to start out with the words, I have a pet. And then the next line will be, it is whatever the animal is. And then we'll make the sound together 5 times. Sing the next verse. So let's practice with the dog. I have a pet. It is a dog. It says woof, 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 woof. What else kind of pets should we have? Oh, you're right. Lots of people have cats. What sound does a cat make? Meow. Let's sing about the cat. I have a pet. It is a cat. It says meow, 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 meow. What else could someone have as a pet? A fish. Some people have lots of fish in big tanks called aquariums. Does a fish make a sound? Oh, they could go glub. You're right, because they're underwater. Let's sing about glub, right? Let's sing about the fish. I have a pet. It is a fish. It goes glub, 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 glub. Let's sing about, maybe a hamster. What kind of sound does a hamster make? Squeak. I think a lot of small animals like mice and hamsters make that sound. So if you would rather sing about one of those other small fuzzy animals maybe you have at home, you can change the words, right? We're going to sing about hamsters. Sorry. I have a pet. It is a hamster. It goes squeak, 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 squeak. I know lots of people have reptiles, things like lizards and snakes as pets. What could we do? Oh, you're right. Snakes say hiss. So let's sing a verse about a snake. I have a pet. It is a snake. It goes hiss, 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 hiss. And you can continue the song for however long you want. If you can come up with other animals people might have as pets, or maybe you want to add in some farm animals, you could definitely do some verses with cows and sheep and chickens. So continue the song however you would like. It's about all the time we have today. Just as a reminder, we do have some in-person programs happening in our courtyard, weather permitting. So check our Facebook page or our website for more information about those events. Hopefully we will see you at some in-person programs. And I will see you next week at our next Sharpsburg story stream. Are you ready to sing the goodbye song? It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling you're growing inside. And when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, the feeling you have that I'll be here when the week is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you want to talk about. I will too. I'll see you next week, friends. Stay safe and healthy.